Hello everyone, myself Prashant Patil. Today we will see some new points in subject operating system which are listed here. The first point is virtual memory, second one is the demand paging, next one hardware and control structure, next one is page fault, then dirty bit, and the last one is the page replacement algorithm. First we will see what is meant by virtual memory. Virtual memory is a storage location scheme in which secondary memory can be addressed through it, were part of the main memory. Actually, the address of a program may use to refer memory are distinguished from the address, and the memory system uses to identical physical storage sites. And here the program generated address are translated automatically to the corresponding machine address. The size of virtual storage is limited by the addressing schema of the computer system, and amount of computer memory is available not by the actual number of the main storage locations. Actually, it is a technique that is implemented using both hardware and software. It maps memory addresses when by a program is called as a virtual address into a physical addresses in a computer memory. Actually, a process may be broken into number of pieces, and these pieces need not be contiguously located in the main memory, which is called as primary memory, also called as RAM, random access memory. In the during execution, the combination of dynamic runtime address translation and use of page or segment table permit this. If these characteristics are present, then it's not necessary that all the pages or segments are present in the main memory during the execution. This means that required pages need to be loaded into the computer memory or into the primary memory whenever it is required. Actually, virtual memory is implemented using demand paging or demand segmentation. Then we will see next point. The next point is demand paging. What is demand paging? The basic idea behind demand paging is that when a process is swapped in, its pages are not swapped in all at once. Rather, they swapped in only when the process needs them. This is termed as lazy swapper, although a pager is a more accurate term. Actually, initially only those pages are loaded which will be required the process immediately. The page are not removed into the memory are marked as invalid the page table. For an invalid entry, the rest of the table is empty. In the such cases, a page that are loaded in the memory they are marked as valid along with the information about where to find the swapped out pages. Now see in the figure, the memory address which is requested by the process is first checked and verify a request made by the processes. If it's found to be invalid, the process is terminated. If in case the request by process is valid, a free frame is located, possibly from a free frame list, where the required page will be moved. So a new operation is scheduled to move the necessary pages from the disk to the specified memory location. When the input output operation is complete, the process's page table is updated with new frame number and invalid bit is changed to valid. The instruction that caused the page fault must how be restored or restarted from the beginning. The next point is hardware and control structure. Memory references are dynamically translated into the physical addresses at the runtime. A process may be swapped in and out of main memory such that it occupies different regions. A process may be broken up into pieces that do not need to be located contiguously in main memory. All pieces of processes do not need to be loaded in main memory during the execution. Actually, execution of the program is that the operating system brings into main memory a few pieces of the program. Resident set, which is portion of process that is in the main memory. An interrupt is generated when an address is needed that is not in the main memory. The operating system places the process in the blocking state. The piece of processes that contains a logical address is brought into main memory. The operating system issues a disk input output read request. Actually, another process is dispatched to run while a disk input output takes place. An interrupt is issued when disk input output complete, which causes the operating system to be placed. Advantages of breaking up into the processes: more processes may be maintained in the main memory, only load in some of the pieces of each process. With so many processes in main memory, it is very likely to process will be in the ready state at any particular time. A process may be larger than all into the main memory. The next one is the principle of locality. Program and data references within a process tend to cluster. Only a few pieces of process will be needed over a short period of time. It's possible to make intelligent guesses about which piece will be needed in the future. This suggests, this suggests that virtual memory may work efficiently. Suppose needed of virtual memory, hardware must support paging and segmentation. Means that the operating system must be able to manage the movement of the pages and the segments between the secondary memory and the main memory. The next point is page fault. Page fault in operating system occurs when a program attempts to access data or code that is in its address space but is not currently located in the system RAM. Actually, most of page faults are handled without any problem. In invalid page fault may causes a program to hang or it will be crushed. This type of page fault may occur when a program tries to access a memory address that does not exist. Some programs can handle these types of errors by finding a new memory address or relocating the data. If the program cannot handle the invalid page fault, it will get passed to the operating system, directly passed to the operating system, which may terminate the process. This can cause the program to unexpectedly quit. Then we will see a next point, which is dirty bit, which is also called as dirty page. A dirty bit or modified bit is a bit that is associated with a block of computer memory and indicates whether or not the corresponding block of memory has been modified. Dirty bits are used by the CPU, cache, and the page replacement algorithm of an operating system. Actually, dirty bits can be used in the incremental computing by marking segments of data that need to be processed or have to add to be processed. This technique can be used with delayed computing to avoid unnecessary processing of objects or states that have not been changed. When the model is updated, only the segments that need to be reprocessed will be marked dirty. Afterwards, an algorithm will scan the model for dirty segments and process them, marking them as clean. This ensures the unchanged segments are not recalculated and saved process time. Then we will see the next point. The next point is page replacement algorithm. Now here we can see 2-3 page replacement algorithm. In the computer operating system, in this the simplest page replacement algorithm, in this algorithm the operating system keeps track of all the pages in the memory in a queue. The oldest page is in the front of the queue. When a page needs to replace the page in the front of the queue is selected for removal. The first page replacement algorithm is first in first out. This is the simplest page replacement algorithm. In this algorithm, the operating system keeps track all of the pages in the memory in a queue. The oldest page is in the front of the queue. When a page needs to be replaced, a page in the front of the queue is selected for removal. For example, consider here the page reference string 130356 with 3 page frames and find the number of page faults. Now see in the figure, initially all the slots are empty, so when 130 come they are allocated to the empty slots. 3 page faults, when 3 comes it already in the memory, so 0 page faults. When 5 comes it not available in the memory, so it replaces the oldest page slot, that is 1. Now see in the figure, 1 page fault 6 comes, it also not available in the memory, so it replaces the oldest page slot, which is 3. 1 page fault finally when 3 comes it is not available, so it replaced 0 when 1 page fault. The next algorithm is least recently used. In this algorithm, page will be replaced which is at least recently used. Now see in the figure, initially all the slots are empty, so when 7 0 1 2 are allocated to the empty slots, so page 4 faults, page 4 faults, 0 is already there, so 0 page fault. When 3 comes it will take the place of 7 because it least recently used a 1 page fault. Then 0 is already in the memory, so 0 page fault. Afterwards 4 will take place of 1, so 1 page fault. Now for the further page reference string 0, so 0 page will be fault because they are already available in the computer memory. The next algorithm is second chance page replacement. The second chance page replacement algorithm, a simple modification in FIF, first in first out algorithm, that avoids the problem of throwing out a heavily used pages or page, is to impact the R bit of the oldest page. If it is 0, the page is both old and unused, so it is replaced immediately. Means that in the second chance page replacement policy, the candidate page for removal are considered in a round robin matter, and the page that has been accessed between the consecutive considerations will not be replaced. The page replaced is the one that, when considered in the round robin matter, has not been accessed since its last consideration. It can be implemented by adding a second chance bit to each memory frame every time. Actually, the frame is considered here. The, this bit is set to 1, which gives the page a second chance, as when we consider the candidate page for the replacement, we replace the first one with the bit set to 0. Thus, a page with the second chance bit set to 1 is never replaced during this first consideration and will only be replaced if all the other pages deserve a second chance too. Thank you.